So this is the intro to my newsletter that I thought would be more interesting as a video, and I might just do this from now on because newsletters are getting so dense. Now, the format for this is I would like you to do the dishes or fold your laundry. Just like put me in the background. I'm like obsessive about clearing out my inbox. It's always at 0. That's Instagram and email. But I'm like, not all people are like that. And the amount of time that I spend unsubscribing and deleting extra emails, I'm like, people who aren't obsessed with it would, I've seen it, 21,000 emails. If I was a YouTuber and that was my platform of choice, I'd say, write in the comment section how many unread emails are in your inbox. But this isn't YouTube and it isn't a podcast. It's just a video in your email inbox. Maybe put me in the background while you unsubscribe to all those emails. And that's what makes me really self-conscious when I'm writing a newsletter, is because I just assume that I'm looped in with like Spotlight discount codes and Google Calendar invitations. And you know what really freaks me out? As FullFlower has gotten more busy, like there's really important emails stuck between spam. When it's a really important topic, there'll be like so many replies. How do they stay on top of it? Like lawyers, there's some really important things. Details. Everyone sends an email for a reason in those lines of business, and people are just CC'd in all over the place. And that was a nice flowy conversation about emails. I think I made a list of things I was going to say on my podcast. If I type podcast into my notes, which I'm doing right now, do you know what comes up? Just like my to-do lists where I've written podcast like in every to-do list. I'm worried that Airbnb is doing a very aggressive campaign right now. They have those animated ads where it's like, why share a mirror and a hairdryer? I'm worried that hotels are not catching up with their ads. A hotel company needs to become more aggressive if they want to compete against this Airbnb situation. And I can think of a really good pitch for it, for a hotel ad. I'm not talking about booking.com. I'm talking about the idea of hotels in general need to stay in fashion. This is my pitch. Airbnbs. Sure, you get the whole house and you can lease your house out, but room service, a restaurant in the building, a guaranteed hairdryer, shampoo and conditioner. I just think that there's some good points that hotels could make if they wanted to combat these Airbnb ads. Some of the places that I've heard these Airbnb ads have been podcasts, it's true. I've been listening to the Lonely Islands with Seth Meyers podcast, and I've been also listening to the Rick Rubin podcast, and he would not be caught dead doing an Airbnb ad. His ads on his podcast, he advertises like dates, like the actual fruit dates. If anyone doesn't know who I'm talking about, it's Rick Rubin, famous producer. He's got a podcast and he must be getting paid to advertise dates, the fruit. Or else why would he be doing that? He's probably taking a significant pay cut just to advertise fruits, because it's maybe the only thing I think he feels morally able to do. He does promote Squarespace a fair bit, but who doesn't? It's like the Squarespace mafia of just making money online. You just have to partner with Squarespace, I think. Anyway, I have been paying more attention to podcasts that don't have ads and just saluting it, you know? Like when I did that, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna go to bed. I'll talk to you later. Like John Lennon said, if you have a song idea, you should write it as much as you can all in one go and get the song done, even if bits are bad. I think the same might be true for a podcast, and I wasn't that sleepy anyway. But then I recorded another 19 minutes, and then photo booth was really glitchy, and it's just not recorded properly. But basically the main points were, why does the photo booth camera look so bad when on Zoom it's the exact same camera and it looks good? I think my final point is just going to have to be that photo booth hasn't updated somehow the software. Like, but I love it. Look at these beautiful light beams. Or don't look. Keep doing the dishes and the laundry. Sorry, this is just the sound of my voice. That's totally acceptable to just consume this as the sound of my voice. That's why we do high quality content. If anyone's watching the video related to this newsletter, basically it looks like I've edited myself a lot, but in fact I'm just trying to speed up how quickly I talk. Some of these sentences are taking me like way longer to finish than what they should, and I mean, maybe if we get into the pace of things, I'll either speed up or you guys will slow down. Is it potentially a lost art form to have a slow edit, because we speed things up so much for TikTok now and 30-second Instagram reels? But like, I'm actively talking quicker now, because before, my goodness, it was punishing. Not to mention that there was no actual point to what I was saying most of the time. So I'm just gonna address that. I think another thing I realized on reviewing is that probably podcasts have a lot that they cover, whereas I just spent like 8 minutes not really talking about anything, and I know that that's unlikable. I'm aware of that. So with a sense of pace about it, let's just say really quickly best outcomes and worst outcomes for this video. Best outcomes, wow, it would be, imagine a viral newsletter where everyone said, this is so revolutionary. We can't share this outside of our email. And this, it's a throwback to when Trent Reznor would hide USB sticks that had his music on it inside bathrooms in clubs. So this is my version of that, is like, this is only on email in an embedded video. That cracks me up. Worst case scenario, it's just impossible to listen to, and the email list is, I'm unsubscribed to at the same pace as the Spotlight newsletters I was referring to earlier. That's okay. I think if people just clean out their inbox, that's a win as well. That's like a middle ground. I'm trying to talk quickly and see how I'm so much less sincere. Best case scenario, this newsletter is such a masterpiece that it becomes legend. Worst case, I'm never allowed to do it again. That's pretty good odds. Pretty good. That's pretty good.